y'all. I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows. We live every Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping. Let's get into our video. And today, reacting to Terence Crawford's interview on the Porterweight podcast, his most recent interview that we got to see. And his interview sparked something in me and something in a lot of people, because Terence Crawford said something along the lines of this. And I suggest everybody go check out the interview he did on the Porterweight podcast. It was a great interview, right? He said, I don't need to fight with Errol Spence. And I'm paraphrasing. This ain't verbatim, but this is what he said in a nutshell. I don't need to fight with Errol Spence, but I want to fight with Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Like, this got to happen. He my biggest rival. Every time everybody talks to me about him, I'm tired of hearing people ask me about him. I'm sure he's tired of people asking him about me. I really want to fight, but I don't need to fight because I'm going to the Hall of Fame with or without the fight. That's what he said. And then you got Errol Spence fans will say, well, Errol don't need the Bud fight because Errol got these options. Errol can do this. He can move up to 154. He can fight Keith Thurman. But, you know, the things that we hear. And it got me thinking when I heard this shit. I'm like, they need each other, bro. Like, I don't understand what people are saying. Now, what do they need each other for is the question. Because the people that will argue with you and tell you that they don't need each other will tell you, well, yeah, Bud is going to the Hall of Fame regardless. There's other fights for Bud. There's other fights for Errol. Bud Crawford is going to be a millionaire whether he fights Errol Spence or not. Errol Spence is going to be a millionaire whether he fights Bud Crawford or not. Those are the arguments that you will typically hear. But I would argue, and I am arguing in this video, right? It's my opinion that regardless of all of that, they still need each other, because no matter who they fight, no matter what they accomplish, if they don't fight each other, it's that old term that people like to use, it's leaving some food on the table, right? It's leaving some meat on the bone. Like, if Terence Bud Crawford don't fight Errol, but he do, and like, these are all hypotheticals, right? If he don't fight Errol, but he move up and he fight Jamel for undisputed at 154, clean out 154, do this, do that, no matter how much money he make, no matter how much accolades he collect along the process, he can never make the money back that he would have got if he fought Errol Spence. He can never get the legacy points back that he would have got if he had fought Errol Spence. And it's the same thing for Errol, bro. Like, no matter what Errol do, if Errol don't fight Bud Crawford, and Errol fights Keith Thurman, Virgil Ortiz, Jerome Boots Ennis, moves up to 154, gets all the belts, because Jamel done vacated him, because we know him and Jamel ain't fighting each other, but gets all the belts at 154, becomes undisputed at 154, moves up to 160, becomes champion at 160, and then retires. Like, he could do all of that. And if he don't fight Bud Crawford, he still would not have accomplished as much. His resume would still not have been as good as it would be if he fought Terence Bud Crawford. Nor would his pockets. Because Errol Spence could be on pay-per-view for the rest of his career. And if he don't fight Terence Bud Crawford, there's still going to be one pay-per-view bag that he missed out on, bro. It's just like, he need them to make as much money and have the best possible legacy that these guys could have. They need each other when you look at it from a money perspective and when you look at it from a legacy perspective. Errol Spence could go on pay-per-view with Jerron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Keith Thurman. All his fights at 154 could be on pay-per-view. All his fights at 160 could be on pay-per-view. And he still wouldn't make as much money as he would have made if he fought Terence Crawford on pay-per-view. You cannot replace that fight. Terence Bud Crawford could fight Josh Taylor, get a bag from that. He could fight Virgil Ortiz, get a bag from that. He could move up to 154, fight Charlo, get a bag from that. Fight, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, Castano, Tim Zoo, Fundora. He could fight all of those fights, get all those bags. Some of them on pay-per-view, all of them on pay-per-view, I don't know. But he could never get the bag back of fighting against Errol. So they need each other to be able to make the most money that they could possibly make in their career. And they need each other to put themselves in position to have the best possible legacy that they could have. Would Sugar Ray Leonard be a Hall of Fame fighter without Marvin Hagler? Yes. Would Marvin Hagler be a Hall of Fame fighter without having ever fought in Sugar Ray Leonard? Yes. But their legacies wouldn't be as strong as they are since they fought each other. Would Tommy Hitman Hearns be a Hall of Famer without Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler? Yeah. Would Marvin Hagler or Ray Leonard be Hall of Famers without Tommy Hitman Hearns? Yeah. But their legacies wouldn't be as big as if they fought each other. They needed each other to have the best possible legacy that they could have. Some would argue, my brother OTB Boxing Class, shout out to him, he would argue that Ray Leonard's legacy could be even better if he had fought Aaron Pryor. Yeah. So as long as there's room for growth, you still need that other person. And this is Errol Spence's Hearns Hagler. This is Bud Crawford's Ray Leonard Hagler. Like, this is it for them. Floyd Mayweather was going to the Hall of Fame with or without Manny Pacquiao, but his legacy wouldn't be as big unless he fought Manny. Muhammad Ali would still be in the Hall of Fame if he never fought Joe Frazier. And he did. If he accomplished everything else he accomplished, fought every other fighter, but never fought Joe Frazier, he'd still be in the Hall of Fame. But he needed Joe to have the best possible legacy that he could ever have. It just is what it is. So, again, what do you need them for? Does Errol Spence need Terence Crawford to be a millionaire and make money? Nah. Does Errol Spence need Terence Crawford to have a good legacy and go to the Hall of Fame? Nah. Does Terence Crawford need Errol Spence to go to the Hall of Fame as 100? Nah, he was already undisputed at 140. He was already champion at 135. He's a multiple division champion. Nah, he don't need Earl to go to the Hall of Fame. Does Bud Crawford need Earl to be a millionaire? Nah, he already worth millions and he can still get millions fighting other fights. But do they need each other to make as much money as possible? And do they need each other to put themselves in position to have the best possible legacy that they can have once their careers is over? The unequivocal answer to that question is hell yeah. They need each other. So I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I ain't feeling none of them. They don't need each other arguments from either side, bro. I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. I don't feel, well, the argument of the fans need this, but the fighters don't need this. Because at the end of the day, they need it. We just want it. Fight fans just want it. Whether or not they fight is, like, think about it. How is it going to change your life? If they don't fight, how is it going to change your life? Is it going to stop your mortgage from getting paid? Is it going to keep you from paying your car note? Is it going to mess up your relationship in your household? Like, fans don't need this because it ain't our legacy on the line. Like, it's not our money that's on the line. It's not our reputation that's on the line. Knockout Boxing's reputation ain't going to take a hit if Earl and Bud don't fight. It ain't going to stop me one way or the other. I'm going to be cool. So as a fan, I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it. The fighters need this shit. Because their reputation is on the line. Their legacy is on the line. They getting the biggest bag and making the most income that they can make while they in the sport of boxing. That's on the line for them. If they don't fight, they can't get none of that money, legacy, reputation back. It's going to be a yeah, but. Yeah, you rich, bud, but you're not as rich as you could be if you'd have fought Earl. Yeah, you rich, Earl, but you're not as rich as you could be if you fought Bud. Yeah, you going to the Hall of Fame. You got a great legacy, Bud, but it's not as good as it could be if you would have fought Earl. Yeah, you got a great legacy, Earl. You going to the Hall of Fame, but it's not as good as it could be if you would have fought Bud. So if they don't fight each other, they going to always have that yeah, but. So they need each other to keep people from mentioning their name and saying, yeah, but. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. Go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email. I appreciate y'all watching. Check out our live shows tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We got a fire debate, Regis Prograis versus Gary Antoine Brussel, my brothers. Glover Boxing and More, and Dwayne Freeman boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. They going at it tonight on that topic. So tune in 7:30 p.m. as we do the TKO debate show, debate series, and we got the TKO prediction show. I'm gonna predict all the upcoming fights for this week, and y'all know that the prediction record is fire, man. So y'all be sure to come through and check it out. Appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.